Are we recording now?
Yeah. Before we begin, I think we need a little compilation of you clap slating.
Just all the time. That would be pretty cool. Just ba 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 ba.
Because you concentrate so much.
Because I have to wait for you to shut your ass up, dude.
Never.
Always. You're like.
I feel it's like a compulsion, really.
What do you think it is? ADHD?
No, it's a special
for sure.
thing I want to do just to you.
Definitely special. I want to
mess up your clap.
Special is the right word for that.
You special.
So what's up?
Oh, nothing.
Do you want to talk what just happened? This is the first time we recorded like a month and a half?
Yes, that is true.
Yes, and it took us 60 minutes at least to set everything up.
I just agreed to show up in our little experiment here of just talking, which I think I've been thinking about. I've been thinking is not what you think.
What?
Exactly. I've been thinking about our culture, how we interact, how we learn from each other. And I really, really think like the bulk of it is through conversations, talking about other people too.
Yeah.
And the good old chismes.
Chismes.
Yeah.
Mitotes.
Los mitotes.
Yeah. We are gossips. It's easy. It's so easy for us. I love gossiping. I hate it, but I love it.
Too.
I can't help myself. It's such an easy way to talk. You know, I think a lot of it has to do with how boring my life is, that I think I have to talk about other people. You know, that's all I have to talk about.
No. I think the opposite.
You don't think my life is boring?
No. But I know what you tell me, but I find, well, you and I, we never run out of things to talk about, even though you want to stop. We could go, right? But
yeah, I get
my
tired.
perspective is different because I think there's so much going on in our own lives already. I don't need to be talking about other people.
I don't think I have enough going on.
I don't have time. Like
Me. I have so much time because I don't have anything going on other than like my job. What'd you do today? I picked up 25 people and I took them to where they wanted to go.
Yeah, but you do talk to them.
Sometimes. Not as much.
Not juicy chisme.
Not as much anymore because I've been doing more city rides and more people from the airport. Let me rephrase that. People that I pick
the airport. That's what I heard.
Yes. The people that I pick up from the airport are more talkative than people in the city that just have to go 20 minutes down in traffic or whatever.
Oh,
for some reason.
Maybe it's like, you're traveling and you're in a different space, I think, when you're traveling in that way versus I just need to get to the next place.
Yeah. So it's been really boring the last few months because.
Do you hear that? City people in Chicago.
You guys fucking suck, bro. No, some people are cool.
This is the first time I've heard because I know that you treasure. I know, and the word is treasure, those conversations.
Yeah,
I know you do.
When they agree with me politically. If not, I don't like them. I don't know why I did that. That seems kind of weird. I didn't mean it like that, I swear. I've been like, what? No. I did this with my hand. Mean? Well, there's the Hitler thing. If you would have done it upwards, you know what I'm saying?
What? I didn't know that. What are you talking about?
Let's cut to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
No. Teach the Mexican. What are you talking about? That means.
Well, I did this when I said disagree with me politically. I don't like it, but is
that like a dictator thing?
Yeah, this is the Hitler thing.
That's not the same
but
thing.
But it was an accident. Yes, Marty, that's the joke. That's the joke that I did. But if you explain the joke, it kills the joke and it's not fun anymore. And now...
Yeah, it didn't land.
Well, what does... My jokes never land with you is what I'm learning.
No, they land. It's just on a delay.
There's one thing I hate is explaining my jokes.
Yeah,
I didn't put my phone in airplane mode.
Parentheses.
Hold on. Pause.
Okay.
In case I can get...
I'm ready for the clap slate. I'm going to cut off that whole Hitler bit. You have to because then you sang that song and that's copyright. So we can't. It'll get...
I think it's fair use within 5 seconds.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I don't know.
I've studied this. I haven't studied this. So
I just let Instagram algorithm tell me.
So I've been working a lot. I haven't been playing video games. Really sad about that. But when I get home, me and Leslie have been watching trash TV, and it's my favorite thing.
What's
right
trash
now.
TV for you?
So we just started we just started, right? But we recently saw this show called, I think it's Love Island. Do you know the show?
No, but I just heard this podcast that I thought was really cute called Death on Sex Island.
Whoa.
Like, what a difference between our past couple since I saw you last.
Yeah. So here,
it's really cute.
So this is what
really
the show's
funny.
about.
I shouldn't say cute, but it is. It's cute and funny. Okay, go ahead.
It is cute. This is why it's cute, right? It's dumb, but it's cute, and this is why it's so interesting to me because it's a Korean show. Mm-hmm. Everyone speaks Korean. I think they're all
on a Korean show. They're speaking Korean.
Yes. So some of them aren't Korean though. Like you could, I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
So they the point of the show is everyone is on an island, and whoever wins these competitions gets to choose who they go to paradise with. Love Inferno actually is the name of the fucking show. I don't know the name of the show anymore. I forgot. But okay, the premise.
The name is Love Inferno. Inferno. What's good about an inferno? How is the show good?
The idea is, let me look it up really quick.
Why are people getting on these shows? Why?
Because they want to be famous. It is Love. Is it Love Inferno?
Yet here we are doing this podcast too. I want to clarify. This is not for fame for me.
Yes, it is Love Inferno. Oh this came out gosh.
Of deep pain.
Yeah, this is it right here. This show is so interesting. This is why it's interesting. Because if it was
already, they're lighting it like a novela, which already to me is like I'm gonna be laughing this whole show.
That's why it's so weird. That girl.
Yo me voy a reír de esta gente.
And we're gonna get called racist. But
no, it's not racist because you're on a love show.
It's so weird. If you're looking for love on a TV show,
you want us to laugh, right? That's what this is. This is really comedy.
These shows. But let me tell you why it's interesting. If this was an American show, they would show people making out all the time and like going on hooking up, and they would show it very graphic if it was an American show. But what made it so interesting to me is that this was so innocent. There was no weird, like overly sexualized, like people were not like sexualizing themselves or.
So what? Why? Like it's love? Like.
I guess they really are looking for love for real. You know, so they're on the shitty...
Or they're reality show auditioning for the next Korean soap opera.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. But that's the real thing. But if you watch the show pretending that it's like people looking for love, it's so interesting because these people are like you said it's like a novela, and I love that you brought up novela because that's what I wanted to get to eventually.
Oh, really?
With trash TV.
Let's do it. So I'm ready. Roseli, here I come for you.
But anyways, I just thought
respect though.
I just thought it was so interesting because there's the culture is so different. Like I see the dudes trying to talk to the girls, and they're just so awkward for some reason. The dudes are so fucking awkward. That is
cute.
It's adorable.
No.
Yeah, and it's like. It like the guys always ask permission to like talk casually to the girls. Like, do you mind if we talk casually? Do you think we do that here in America? No, in America, it's like, what up, bitch?
Talk casual. I've never been addressed in that way.
You haven't hung out at the wrong places, at the right places for that. But it's so crazy. And like
I feel like that even that kind of communication is a show because then do you know what I mean? You could just ask me how I am or whatever. Like you don't have to flower it up.
Yeah, sure,
you know
but I mean? That's not fun.
That's not really flowers, but you know what I mean.
They all have plastic surgery. The guys some of them look like Ken dolls. It's the weirdest fucking thing. This girl, I don't know. She's very pretty, obviously, but her personality is like for some reason, I don't know if it's a culture thing. Whenever she laughs, she does this.
That's a culture thing,
right?
Yes, it's a culture thing.
So she covers her mouth when she laughs, and then she goes. She goes right back to like muñeca face.
It is a culture thing. That is a culture thing. You cover, like, that happens in that culture. But what I'm thinking when you said, let's go back to people that know, let's pass by it because that's like just Google that.
That was my favorite girl, by the way.
Here's why I know that it's novela. Like, there's a lot of evidence, but the last thing you said, like, but this girl, she's very pretty, obviously. If you're watching this kind of show, they're all going to be pretty. They're not putting average looking people on these shows.
Yeah, for sure. Well, but that's what I liked about this girl in particular, because she was the only one without plastic surgery, number one. Oh, and her personality,
she's pretty original.
Her personality was so real. Like, she was like one of the dudes. You know what I mean? She was just a cool ass fucking person.
So for you,
and that's why I found her the most attractive.
Is one of the dudes.
And I was rooting for her, and she did end up with the guy that.
I just want everyone to know, whoever ends up seeing this outside our family, those comments, don't worry. Our family will get him for making comments like, she was so real, like one of the dudes. As if being one of the dudes means you're real.
Just a cool person. Like, that's what I mean. She's a dude.
What if you encounter someone?
Dude, look, dude is not gender specific. Dude is not gender specific.
Okay, explain.
Dude is just a dude. It's just like a cool person.
Oh, okay.
It could be dudes, sure. We could say that, but I just meant she's just one of the dudes. She's just cool.
Okay, she's just cool.
Whatever.
One of the dudes.
So anyways, trash fucking TV. Also, we've been watching Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, I like that.
I love Love on the Spectrum. But I mean it's okay for these guys to be awkward because they're autistic. These guys are just so awkward for no fucking reason. You know how much it bugs me that the guys don't have like any sort of like one of the guys.
Maybe that's what's attractive. Maybe that's like the schema over there. You know what I mean?
Like, the guys are all like, like that.
Oh, one of the guys get in trouble for this. Oh my God, we don't know anything. Okay, this is we're Chicago. This is just we don't know.
This is just my perspective watching a show about Korean people.
I think I've had 2 people in my life that have been like Korean, like friends. That's it. I don't know anything about.
I like this couple too, by the way, because she's also very real. She doesn't look like she has much plastic surgery. She's very athletic. She's cool. She was cool too.
I don't even know what to do.
This is me liking trash TV.
This is trash TV.
But again, it's like, so at the end,
I don't know if it's trash though. I mean, I'd have to watch it.
It's adorable.
I'll let you know what
it's adorable. It's an adorable show with a bunch of adorable, innocent boys.
That's different. To me, trash TV is like the reality shows where we're like really just sitting there and there's like drama happening and there's instigation. Right. And I'm like, I don't need to know about your problems, man.
Sure,
I got my own.
The only reason this is interesting is because it's a different culture. But if this is what I'm saying, if this was an American show called Love Inferno,
you'd be done.
That's what it would have been. It's the same thing. It
would have been all drama.
Yeah. But these guys, they're all the guys are like sweethearts. The girls are like, they don't want to hurt the guy's feelings, and they're very careful with how they, you know what I mean?
Yes, I think
much nicer culture to each other than here is what I'm trying to say.
So this sweet show is now what you think of when
Korean
you think
people.
Of Korean people is what you're saying.
Every Korean person is like this. Yeah. No, that's not true.
Never mind like Korean cinema.
We watch a lot of Korean shows, actually. Korean TV is like super popular in America for some reason right now.
I don't know. I watch movies from everywhere, but I don't. That's the thing. When you watch these kind of things, you get a glimpse of something.
Yeah.
But you're not really knowing the thing. And that's one of the reasons we're doing this podcast, because we've been on TV.
I've been on TV. Me.
Have you really?
Yeah, I've been on the news.
Oh, me too. Why? No, that's not.
Yeah, they tried to interview us, and we were just like,
really?
Yeah, after the whole debacle happened.
Yeah. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's gonna be up.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, let's move on from that. It's really not important. My point is that that's the thing that's sometimes the first entryway into a culture is through movies, TV shows.
Yeah,
etc.
Well,
which is not always. It's like a glimpse, right? It's not really the full thing. It's the glimpse.
It's just so interesting to me. Did you watch the movie Parasite?
Yes.
That's a Korean movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I know, it's so good.
Wasn't that the most crazy fucked up movie ever.
Yes, but also I can't. That's another thing. Like obviously it's a movie. It's this brilliant movie.
Well, that's the difference between Love
versus
Inferno
it's a Korean.
versus Parasite.
It just happens to be made by a Korean. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not. This is what Koreans are. Movie.
It's okay, Mari. It's okay. Why are you getting tense? You're like this.
I don't know. Listen.
So, anyways,
I know why. Because we were talking about the chismes, right? And then we're talking about basically you and I got together to do this to talk about our culture. Supposedly,
right? And so this is like Korean reality TV, and to me it's interesting because it probably to people in Korea this is trash TV, but to us it's interesting because we're getting a glimpse into a different culture.
We'd have to find out if that's true.
Let me call my Korean correspondent.
I'm gonna call
Bobby Lee.
Mention a show. I want to mention. Do you know? Do your people, like your mom, I guess?
What do you mean, my people?
Because we have the same people. You know, have you ever been to my mom and dad's house? Like in the evening? Weekdays?
Like, not like casually. No.
Okay. So my mom even does a little dance. It's this show, and I can't remember the show, what it's called. I can't even tell you, but it's this one show where they all get together and they're like this dating pool of people that are on this show. A set, like super fake set. Audience, you phone in.
Horóscopo, what is it called? 12 Corazones?
I have no idea what it's called. I'm sure it's really popular. Like it's all over. Like my mom has been, I don't know if she was joking or not, but she wanted Roseli to be on it. And
Lily should be on it.
She should be on it.
She would be the real one.
She would be the real one.
Because they always have one. Like I heard that like when producers are asking you, like when you're going to be on reality TV, they like, okay, so what's your personality gonna be? Who, like, what are you gonna be like? You know, because you have
me.
Supposedly with reality TV, you have to have a thing still. So, but somebody went up to this producer and they're like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna be myself." What do you mean? Oh, okay, so you're gonna be real. Scott, like Scott Disick and the Kardashians. If you ever seen the Kardashians,
no. I mean, no. You know
okay,
me.
It's okay.
I barely know who they are.
It's okay.
I don't. Here's the thing about that, and it's not a bash. I promise you, I'm not bashing the Kardashians. I don't. It's not. They don't need me.
I bet you would love the show.
They don't care if I say.
I promise you would love the show.
I've tried because there's two people like this. They've been around for a long time, right? So there's two people in my life that they talk about it and they're like, "Oh, we love it." And back in the day, but I don't talk about it anymore because obviously I don't know what's going on in that show. It's
I don't
not
know
of
either.
interest to me.
Yeah,
they're doing fine. They don't need me. First of all, second of all, like it's not interesting to me, and I don't know who they are.
Yeah,
and they don't. Why? I don't know them personally.
Yeah.
I know what's happening in your life.
Right. And it's not as interesting as what's happening to the Kardashians. But look,
I find what's happening in our lives interesting. Like, I don't know what they should have their privacy first of all. Like
they don't want it though.
Okay, well that's up to them. That's them. That's their decision. But like, I can name them, but I can't connect the name with the right person probably.
If I put a Kardashian, would you put it? Would you? Okay, so
that's the only one. And that's because I feel like if I know who
because
you are,
you saw her
must
movie.
Be super famous because otherwise she has a movie. Oh, I know what movie.
You pervert.
I just remember that. I just registered.
Yeah. So
then
whatever.
There's like the sub people of them, like the satellite people that don't have the same last name, but they're in their world. Also very confused about who all those people are. I don't know them. If I saw them on the street.
You don't know Bruce Jenner? American hero Bruce Jenner?
Yes, but the picture I have of Bruce Jenner is the Olympian one.
That's the same one.
Which is not the... Wait a minute.
I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, they just transitioned now, right? And whatever the fuck is going on with that. But it's still American hero Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
That's the one.
It's still, you know.
So I couldn't pick her out. Like
You could pick out Caitlyn Jenner. What are we playing at here?
I don't think I can. You know what happened one day? We went to... I know this because here's why. There's one day. If you show me, I'll see it.
There's no way you can't point out.
I don't know. I can't name them. I know she's
Jenner.
the mom. I know that's the mom. And I don't know. I think that's Kim. Is that one the 1, 2, 3, 4?
That's Kim.
I got it. I got you, Kim. She don't care.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious you saying from all the Kardashians, if you saw Caitlyn Jenner in this picture, you wouldn't be able to point out Caitlyn. No, she's not.
Oh. Why you messing with me?
I think it'd be hilarious.
It's no disrespect to me. They don't. I'm telling you, I'm not like actively trying to ignore them either. I'm just not in that. I'm not in that world. Like the Grammys were on the other day. I didn't watch them. Don't kill me, world.
There's
I was
Caitlyn.
busy.
There's Caitlyn.
Yeah, no. Well, now I'm gonna know that person, like her, but I don't like. It doesn't register me. Like if I see that person on the street, I don't think I would recognize.
I promise you will.
Like I would say hello probably because I'm chatty, but I wouldn't know that I'm saying hello to the I don't know. We were at the mall the other day, like a couple months ago. Like this is holiday season, and we went to Oakbrook, and there was like a group of, I don't remember where we were, but it was one of the stores. It's for Abby. Abby goes to the teenagery stores, the trendy stores. That's what we just go there. And I follow her around. No.
No? What's wrong with Claire's?
Nothing, but that's not a teenagery. I think that's for, well, let's not go there. The point is, let's Claire's, you're good. We're fine. Just move on. Anyway, we were at like a department store, right? One of those like.
Forever 21.
Tampoco. Ay, Emanuel.
I don't have daughters.
And there was like a group of really beautiful women like walked by that had the look, like the long dark black hair, like the body, the everything.
Oh yeah.
And people were looking, but I'm like, are they looking because you're famous or are you just beautiful? I have no idea who. Like I can't tell. I'm like, does that like that? You know what I mean? Like I realized I'm like I don't
probably
know.
Influencers.
No, here's what I thought. I'm like, you look like Kim Kardashian to me. But I'm like,
so
then I realized
fine.
like
They're just fine as hell walking down the mall.
You, like if would I know that if you were Kim, like can I actually picture Kim Kardashian's face in my like in my head? I think I can.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah.
That's like the most recognizable face of the 21st century.
Like I think so, but like that's her, right? I don't know. Like all the other reality shows, like all the Bachelors and all that other stuff, I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's too much. Well, the Kardashians,
like all the housewife shows that are out there, and I don't even know.
It's all drama, trash TV. If you watch the I've never really watched the Kardashian show, but the few times it's been on TV, if you flip the switch in your mind and you watch it as a comedy, it's hilarious. Funny? It's really? The funniest fucking show of all time. I promise you,
man.
There's
I'll stick to The Office.
Yeah, I mean that's purposeful comedy, I guess. But so anyway,
it's funny. So what?
Yeah, I love it. I've never watched it, but it's a good show. I hear. I've never seen the whole thing. I've seen it in bits and pieces.
Why you have an opinion of it?
What I've seen is cool. I just cannot stand Michael Scott.
Really? Well, that's the point. You're not supposed to. When did you start watching it?
Whenever it was on TV, I would see episodes here and there.
Like what season is?
I don't know. No? It was just on TV forever.
He's the unlikable boss character.
Yeah, he's an asshole. Kind of like the
in the beginning, especially.
Did you ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
We have the opposite of that, where I was watching it and then I'm like, I can't.
These people are so unbearable.
Really?
Yeah. They're the worst human beings of all time. Like there was a guy, one of them, he did an Obama impression, right? I'll mess up the joke, but whatever. It's great. It's great because the guy supposedly he's like, oh, I'm good at impressions. Yeah, do an impression, and he does an Obama impression. He talks like this, and then the girl is like, you can't do that. You can't make an impression of Obama. That's racist or something like that. And
was the guy white or white?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But whatever. The joke is that she's wrong. Of course, you can make an Obama impression.
Yeah.
You know. And she's like, no, I can't do that. So they tell her, no, come on, do an Obama impression. You could do it too. It's fine. And she does an Obama impression, but her impression of Obama is like, yo, what's up, dog? You know, like that. That's what that show is. Just like the worst human being. I
can imagine it. But I don't think that's
it's a good time. It's like it's a cast of Michael Scott.
What's that one that you sent me? They had like this, I appreciated like these little bits of it that were the Bill Burr one. That one that you sent me, the Bad Dads or Good.
Oh, the movie Dads. Bad Dads.
That one, yeah.
Old Dads.
That's the one.
I love that movie.
Remember
I
the car scenes
resonated
with like that guy that was super woke, and he's in the backseat, and the black guy's trying to tell him to say something.
Say the N-word. Say the N-word. Come on, say the. Because he was.
I was like, oh no! It's like that conversation I had where she was. It's okay. I think I can say it. She was one of us. I'm not going to say who. I think we all know who. Was in a work setting.
Hold on, let's cut out the name. And then let's just say the story.
Somebody very close to me told me the story. She was close to me at the time that she mentioned it.
25 minutes, mark it.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll cut her out.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to call her out. She's in a...
so she was in a work environment.
I want to get in trouble.
Yeah,
I don't think she will. I honestly, it's not a big deal. I promise you. It's she was just somebody was trying to say, oh, somebody passed by or something. You know that guy. And if they had just said the black guy in the office, everybody would have known. Sure. But they were really refusing to say black guy.
I think that's a different thing.
And she's Mexican. But here's the thing. She's making you laugh because you know it's true. It's okay. Like if somebody tells me like the girl, you know what I mean? Like why?
I'm sweating.
We're talking about it like...
But it's not like, the same thing.
The Mexican was like, it's okay, we can say... No, but I think there's a difference between the brown people saying it and the white people saying it. Obviously, because she didn't think anything of it. Oh, you mean the black guy? And everybody's like, oh. But if you and I did that, it would have been like, we're not offending. We're not trying to offend. It's like the actual person.
Yeah. But this...
And I've had this conversation with like some of my other friends that are black. And I don't just have a one.
I just think it's crazy.
And they don't care. Like someone's, it's fine. Like, yes, I'm black. It's like we
You're not
all
black.
know. Like
you're not black.
No, my friends that are, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's a guilt thing from the white people that I don't think I can understand because I'm not really white like that.
I don't see color, those people.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny how you equated this black dude in the back seat making fun of a white dude for listening to NWA. Do you say the N-word?
When you hear the song? Of course you do. Of course you do.
He said he doesn't. He's like, no, of course I don't.
Yes.
But anyways, it was a funny.
Yeah, but the stuff you say,
scene.
like, it was so good. Yeah, it was really. I was cracking up during that one.
Oh, that was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
And so, okay, just to bring it fucking full circle, we have the worst television in our culture from that perspective.
Oh, I mean, you don't know
right?
That. You don't look. You don't watch all the TV.
I'm talking about novelas specifically.
Worst, yes, but also novelas are just.
When you think of Spanish or of TV shows in Spanish, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Novelas.
It is novelas. Yeah. It's like the bulk of the.
Yeah, lo que viene de esos países.
It's my first memories of TV is novelas. Like we used to get together in San Miguel. Like there was like let's finish up. Everybody was watching the same one. Uh-huh. I don't know if that's the case now. Okay, so before who cares? It's a bigger city. I get it. But at the time, like a lot of us were watching like the same. And here we were, Grizel and I going summers only. So in the summertime, because we were hanging out with our cousins anyway, and they weren't going anywhere if there was a novela that was like at the end.
You had to watch it.
Everybody was watching it. And here, Grizel and I guess we're watching novelas. Like, that's what we would do. I didn't need to watch them. I thought they were like
horrible.
Well, Roseli used to watch them. She used to come over but I think I'm going to ask her, but I think she stopped coming over to watch them because I just wouldn't let her enjoy them. Not because I was bashing them. I couldn't stop laughing.
Right.
Like it was like, bah, you know. Like,
that's how it is. Yeah.
And then they do these they think out loud things. I'm like, I don't know, but he's all thinking out loud. I might.
You mean talking out loud?
Yeah,
talking.
I cannot believe, and it's like it's just so melodramatic.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I feel like it's one of those treasures we have in our culture. That
did you ever enjoy any novelas?
Mm-hmm. But I think it was.
As we have Caitlyn Jenner's picture still here.
I don't think they'd ever be on. Well, that's kind of that. The reality TV to me feels like a novela. You know what I mean? They have some things in common.
Not as dramatic.
They are, though. They go for the
I guess,
drama.
Yeah, you're right.
There's like this emotional, you're watching that emotional car crash happening.
And
but
the
this
music,
is real, right?
The music in the background and stuff.
It was supposed to be that. Dun-dun. Yeah.
Bitch, I told you.
Yes, exactly.
What do you mean?
And then when I'm watching that, I'm like, people don't actually talk like that to each other, right?
At a restaurant?
At a restaurant?
Ghetto.
Like, we're all watching you.
Yeah.
Would you do this with the cameras, though? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do they?
That's the show. I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's find out. Let's film a reality TV show and see how we treat each other.
I've never spoken to my friends that way, ever. You know what I mean?
speak to my friends like that
You
all
do?
the time, but
Give me an
never out of
example.
anger. Never out of
to mess
true anger.
around. Yeah, no.
Like, you piece of shit. What the blue?
Yeah, no, I won't
blue
do
blah
that.
blah.
No.
So, but not like that, because they're showing it as like they really hate each other and they're really talking to each other like that.
So it's like that dysfunction, right, that you're seeing full force. Where a novela, there's always a lesson.
Yeah, the
You notice
lesson
that?
is
And
that
the
it
lesson-
doesn't matter who's rich or poor. You can still fall
Yeah.
in love with him.
But also, it does matter because in novelas, if you're rich, you're basically evil. And then if you're, I know it's not always the case, but if you're poor, you have a good heart, usually. Unless you're involved in some
that's
shady
true.
business, then you have the opportunity to either redeem yourself in some way
What about
and learn
Ruby?
your lesson.
You remember Ruby?
I remember the name of it. Which
So
one's that?
Ruby-
but they all are about the
Ruby-
same thing.
Yeah, they are. But-
let me guess. Ruby's about a girl who is downtrodden and something bad happened in her life, and then she overcomes and finds the love of her life who doesn't see her that way in the beginning.
No, it's the opposite. That's what was interesting
Really?
about Ruby.
Okay, tell me.
Ruby was
Teach me.
Ruby was the poor girl.
Poor
Hold
girl.
on. Here's the nuance.
Check.
All right, here's the nuance. She's bad. She
Misunderstood.
No. She's bad. She's bad.
Okay.
She's the antagonist of her own novela.
Really?
Yeah. And so it's like it's
Ruby.
about her. Yeah. Ruby. And I think they also
She's
remade it
Ruby.
as like Teresa. But yeah, she's like she
That's
makes
buena.
the rich guy actually is the good one. in
What
this
happened to
one.
her though? Something happened to her early on.
I think she was just poor and she wanted to maybe she got made fun of for being poor or some shit. Then that's like the
it.
beginning of the
That's
novela.
it right there. Okay, you hear that?
And then that's it. From now on, she decides to be a bitch.
Yeah, but she learned her. But she's really good deep down.
No,
on the
no,
inside.
she's not. I'm telling
not.
you, she's not. There's no redemption story for her. At the end, she's literally like, she's like homeless. She like looks like a witch.
So she's the bad guy in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Through the end.
But that's what I'm saying. In this novela, the rich guy is the good-hearted person, and she manipulates him into falling in love with her.
What
so
happens
that
at the
she
end?
can take. I think she just gets ousted from the family.
That's the end.
I think her
The
sister.
person-
I think her sister ends up with the rich guy.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's like sale la sobrina. So Ruby's sister's kid. I know too much about it, but it's a classic. Everybody knows Ruby.
But here's the thing: it's still stuck to the formula. All they did was change it up, where the protagonist's name is the evil person,
and
right?
the poor person is the evil one in this case. But I mean,
That is different.
yeah, there's the nuance.
And
also, I think
hesitate
they
to
remade
really
it as Teresa.
bash it because I didn't watch it, obviously.
And you don't know the song Era una descarada
No.
por ser la más hermosa.
I think by the time
No
Ruby
tiene
came around, I had
casi
given
nada.
up on novelas.
Pero le gusta la vida cara y a mí me gusta ella y sé cuánto me ama.
I
Sé
don't
que
think she
sueña
does, though.
conmigo.
Yeah, no
Pero
sueña tanto.
amanece en otra cama. El dinero le robó su corazón.
That's it. El dinero le robó su corazón.
Yeah.
The lesson there is don't love money.
Yes, that is 100%.
Lesson. There's a lesson in every one of me. Everyone.
And they're also dramatic for no reason.
Very
but
dramatic. And
she
there's
was
always
pretty.
like some light-skinned, beautiful woman.
She's
Look at
not
that.
light-skinned.
She's not dark.
You always looking at skin color. You're so racist, dude.
It's because of
swear
what's
to
in
God.
the. Look at her features. That's not representative of.
What
of
about this
our
guy? Look
country.
at his strong features. Look at that
Oh,
jawline.
Emmy, you're talking like a Jalisciense.
What can I say? Look at her. Is that her?
Yeah, that's very light skinned.
Ruby 2020. Oh, they remade it. This is a different
The
girl.
different one. Oh, I know.
What about this one?
Yeah, there you go.
Buddy, you're so
Who's
weird
that?
with colors. Oh, God. Let's not go
Are you
there.
talking about Emmy? I don't see no colors.
Yeah. You fucking liberals in your colorism.
Here's why I'm saying that, and this is, there's some differences now. I see differences now on the TV, like when I go to my parents' house, for sure.
Yeah.
But when we were growing up, the bulk of the people that were on TV in our own cultures and the TV that were brought to us were what?
Sí, Mari.
They were light-skinned.
Estás bien traumada. But it's true. Every time I watch an old movie now, because of how the culture has pushed
Yeah.
that truth, that true
That's actually-
narrative that
it's not
fair.
A narrative, it's facts. It's
right, but that's whatever. Okay,
There's
okay.
evidence.
So the truth,
like, ya lo veo ahí
sure.
todo.
Okay, let's call it a fact then. Same thing. I just use different words. The reality, let's say, that it was all white folks. Yeah, every time I see like an old, I don't know, The Predator or fucking The Terminator or even like...
Now I'm thinking about those movies. I was thinking just about like the people that ended up on TV here, or like the novelas, how they were made before. Like, I'm not sure how they are now.
Even like movies in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Like it's all fucking white folks, dude. And I cannot help but see, like, where's all the colored people?
There she is, the one light-skinned brown person in the Migros movie.
Is she the Latina?
I don't know what she is, but no, there's not a lot of...
Not a lot of?
Not a lot of. I think it's funny because I don't know.
Even movies like The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
There's so many white folks in that movie, dude. It's like there's barely any fucking brown people.
What's it like for you? So here, growing up, even the ones like you and I are where we're from in Jalisco, like in the town where we're from, they look like us. Like we're not so, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we look like we're
not. I'm not saying I'm going to be on a novela. Like I don't think we're attractive like that. Sorry,
speak for yourself, dude.
I'll speak for us. I don't exaggerate. But I do think that there's like a. It is sad to me that that was acceptable at the time. You know, it would have been nice to see more. Like I appreciate that there's more diversity now.
Can I tell you why you don't have to be sad? That's why. Because nowadays it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the white person is the one white person in the movie. And they're the silly one. And they're like, now the white person is the dumb one. And they always need the help of a woman.
I hope that's not the case for the good ones, right?
That's what's happening. I don't remember seeing them.
I don't think I watched those kind of shows, really. You know?
I'm trying to think. The last movie, The Wrestler, I guess, was one that was...
Is it the wrestler?
The
really
Iron
good
Claw.
one?
The Iron Claw. Iron Claw. Good fucking movie, by the way.
Is that DC one? That new one?
No.
What's
That's
Iron Claw?
Iron Fist. Iron Claw.
This is where we're working with people.
And that's the first time actually that I noticed in recent years that I saw, this movie is all white folks. But I appreciate it because it's a story about a bunch of white folks. It didn't
I feel
force
like that's
in.
fine. I feel like movies are fine. I'm not saying that I've seen a difference and I appreciate it for sure.
This one. Look at this. Look at
this,
man.
I don't think I saw that.
Mari, you have to watch this movie.
Okay, yeah, I'll watch it.
No bullshit. This movie is insane.
Well, I mean, we can't talk about it though because I don't want you spoiling.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the main theme of this movie is.
I thought you were talking about the wrestler. Google The Wrestler.
Yeah, The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. That's
that one.
I never saw that one.
That one's really good too.
So the main theme of this is how.
But whatever, it's your story. Who cares?
Right.
To see it's not that. It's if I'm like, it's like watching that Korean reality show that you're talking about, and then obviously it's gonna be all Korean people. Like it's fine. That's not what we're talking about.
I think
I'm talking about like if we're like if there's a story about us, for example, or like novelas, for example, that are for our community, made in Mexico. A lot of these novelas, especially at that time, it was like a lot. Like
some movies were made in San Miguel, I think, actually.
San Miguel.
Or novelas.
Novelas too. Oh,
I'm sure I've heard of it. I've heard of that.
It's all, I'm sure. But anyway, it's a really beautiful town. More movies should be made there.
No, let's keep that place to ourselves and I was gonna say the cartel.
I know what you're gonna say.
Let's keep that town for the cartel, all right? No. Let's not play. Let's cut that out. Mark it. 39 minutes. The theme of this movie is how being a man, quote unquote, and being tough and hiding your feelings leads to a lot of bad stuff happening. That's what the overall
that's so wise.
The antagonist of this movie is the dad. And the dad is like this, be tough and nobody's going to ever fuck with you kind of guy.
Oh, well, there's something to be said for that, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. They almost overdid it. And you know me, I'm super sensitive to that, like, bullshit.
Yeah.
But this time it didn't get there.
To that,
it didn't get annoying. It almost got annoying.
Yeah.
But I don't think it got there. It was pretty good.
Like they did I appreciate that kind of movie. I think you can experience. I think you can learn from movies. I don't think movies are meant. I don't think we should rely on all of our learning from movies. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it's a form of art, right? And I think through art we can gain insight, which is why novelas bug me, because sometimes I feel like, are you trying to teach me like a 5-year-old?
Have you seen the Rosa de Guadalupe? That's the best one. There's one. I think they're memeing, dude. To be honest with you, I think they're making jokes.
Messing with us?
100%, because it's so obvious.
You gotta ask your padrino.
There's one about the.
Chon watches it a lot.
There's one about this girl.
Gotta ask.
Where she has this friend, and they hang out all the time, but the girl is blind, and then the girl gets a procedure, and she sees finally. Yeah. She wakes up in the hospital. Her parents are there.
Yeah, a miracle. It's all about the miracles.
And so she's like, oh yeah, it's like she's so excited. I can see now. I can't wait to go see my friend Jeffrey or whatever the fuck his name is, and I want to be with him, and I want to marry Jeffrey or whatever the hell his. I keep saying Jeffrey for some reason. That's an easy name to go to. So, anyways, they're like, and then the parents look at her and they're like, "You what, marry?" They're like, "You can't marry him." She's like, "What do you mean? Why not?" And the guy is like, "Well, it's because he's black." And the girl is like, "What?" She's like, "What? It's negro?" No.
She was shocked.
Yeah, she was shocked that she was hanging out with a black dude this whole time.
No.
Yeah. It's hilarious. But that's why I think it's so
here's
obvious.
What I expected. In my hope of hopes, I expected her to be more involved and be like, I don't care. Like, she could say, I don't see color.
No.
But now she can't see color.
Yeah, she's like,
oh,
she's black.
No.
What? No, it can't be true.
That's terrible, Emmy.
What's the lesson there?
That's cruel.
And
that people can be cruel. Blind people can be cruel. Is that what it is? Holy moly, that episode. What was the end of the episode?
I don't know. I just saw that clip and it was hilarious. Oh, there's one about some.
I'm sure somebody in our lives has seen it.
Some guy that I guess his.
Oh, there it is. His name.
That's a different one. This is some dude that like his child is born, and the kid is born black, so he freaks out. Oh, look, we're on TikTok. Hello, Chinese spyware.
Quiero verlo. Quiero verlo, conocerlo.
Ay, no puede ser. Why are they still doing these kind of things? What is this, Tizoc? Oh, man.
Infidelidad.
We need to evolve people.
Negro.
What kind of movies are we still... What?
I think this was... Yeah, look, it's La Rosa de Guadalupe.
Emmy, maybe we do need... Like, we still making these kind of like... Come on, man.
That's La Rosa de Guadalupe for you.
Why? Why?
La Rosa de Guadalupe
If that exists, people still need to see this. It's a baby. It's a baby. That's so cruel.
So the message here is that she's a cheater. Or he has a black ancestor that he didn't know about. But I think...
That's more likely based on our history of how we approach this subject.
I don't know.
Because there's always a lesson.
I think she cheated on him, if I'm being honest. I'm trying to look.
We gotta watch
I'm
this.
trying to look for the guy.
I don't think you're making a compelling... I know a few people in our for sure that watch this, okay? That really like it.
And what do you think they think of that episode?
I'm going to ask them. You better believe I'm going to ask them.
¿Es negro? Mi hijo es negro?
There was this one movie from the Época de Oro where there was this like lady that has a black child. But it turns out back in her history or something happens where it's like an acceptable way for her to have had a black child, which is already problematic, right? Already you're like, I keep thinking like, it's a baby. Like, why are we, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
because you're
somehow
mixing.
She had her ancestry or something happened where like there's this lesson and this very racist rich woman ends up learning this lesson and accepting this black person in her life, basically. That's the gist. But like it came through suffering and this, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like this.
But it was a lesson.
Yeah. But I get it at the time. It was new. Like that's not, but look at what year are we in? We have Google.
What does that mean?
We're already different. Like, do we still have to have these racist tendencies?
Yeah.
Even now.
Yeah. Cause we're human beings and we're going to have our prejudices and we're going to be wrong.
Of course we're going to be wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
I don't.
But it's like that thing we're talking about.
Oh, I got called the N-word this morning with a hard R.
Really?
Yeah.
How
I'll
did that
show you.
happen?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Now we all.
But they called me. Somebody called me that. I was like, what?
That's so weird and random. Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was weird.
That's so weird. What was the context? They mean it? Like, how do they mean it?
I think it was trolling. Just like
like a dumb. I'm just gonna say this offensive word.
Yeah.
Or just this word.
It was completely on. There was no basis for it. It was just thrown at me.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
And here we're talking about it.
It's just hard like being a black man in America, dude.
That's what they say. Well, that's the thing that I feel like we have no experience with that at all, except for pop culture. You know what I mean? It's not going to be the same.
Yeah,
we've talked about this word already.
Well, my friends call me a wetback all the time.
Yeah.
But that's my friends.
Right.
There's this comic
Depending on who says it to
There's this comic called Brian Simpson. Mm-hmm. Hilarious, dude. He's hilarious. And
I know you think it's funny when you pause. Hilarious.
Why do I do that?
I don't know. It means it's funnier to you. That's what that means. Hilarious. So I feel like we should have a hilarious.
You know what I do
for you?
I think I'm being an asshole when I do that, and I apologize.
No.
He's a funny dude, is what I'm trying to say. And so there's some other comic told the story. They were in a green room talking about this is what they were saying. They were saying like talking about like gypsy people or gypsies, and they were trying to tell him, Brian, this comic. They're like, they don't like it when you call them gypsies. And Brian, black dude, he's like, yeah, but they call themselves gypsies, so why can't we call them gypsies? And then they all just looked at him. And he's like,
I think that's a good point.
Yeah, but he paused. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, you're right. I see what I did.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. Thank you. What's his name?
Brian Simpson.
Thank you, Brian Simpson.
He's funny, dude. He used to be like a Navy SEAL or something like that, or a Marine or some shit. But he's so smart, dude. And his comedy is levels.
The way you said it. He used to be this, but he's so smart.
Because you wouldn't expect that. Actually, did I say but? Okay, then I didn't mean but. He used to be, but he's now a comic, and he's a very smart one.
He's a sag. I'm gonna make you be. You took a break. We took a break from the conversations, and now I'm gonna call you out on the little nuances of your communication.
Yeah, it's okay.
Of your words. Is that what you think about it?
That's what what do you think? What do you think about that?
That you burped.
Anyways,
that's it.
So
that's the extent of the meaning of that one.
I think this was good. What else is there to say about TV? That's
a lot. We just delved in.
Yeah. I gotta get to work.
Is that what it is? Well, let's start.
It's 1:09. Yeah, I gotta get to work. But
there's gotta be a part 2.
Yeah,
you gotta pick this up.
I spent too much time talking about Korean.
It's a good context. Let's keep going.
Korean. What do you call it? Live reality TV shows.
We've not done this before, where we cut off something and then do a part 2.
It doesn't have. It's just like we can pick it up the next time, and then that's it. And
but we shouldn't edit this because
only when I said the N-word.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I never said the N-word. That's not true.
And the name of the person that I almost said again. And then also we need to also keep this part, because that way
they think I did say the N-word.
No, man. You said that you were gonna go to work.
Oh, yeah.
You see?
Take that, Mom.
Sí, trabaja.
Take that, Mom.
You are a hardworking Mexican.